dissolving our hyaluronic acid. And here is my hyaluronic acid. See it? So I will dissolve this into glycerin. So here I've measured out 10 grams of my glycerin in here, and I'll be dissolving this hyaluronic acid in it. So first dispense it in glycerin, which is creating a slurry. So we'll do that now. We'll dispense into our glycerin. So I'll go ahead and add more glycerin to this. So into that I will dispense this powder. You need to make sure that you're initially mixing this thing, the two powders, to make sure that the container does not contain water. First of all, dispense into glycerin, create a slurry with the glycerin and the hyaluronic acid. So here is it. I just want to create this and keep aside, as I cannot be doing this each time I want to make formulations, guys. So I want to hydrate this and keep aside, and I will be using from this for all my formulations until it finishes. You all know that all these powders are very costly. Hyaluronic acid, 5 grams in your glycerin this way. Make sure you fully dispense in the glycerin. Mix very well to combine. I'll go ahead and gently add my water in it. You can use your distilled water, but I'm using my deionized water. Getting distilled water here, the price So here is it. This is, I have not opened this for once. So I'm trying to open this for you guys to see. You can see this is my first time of opening this up. So it's not ordinary water, guys. Don't use your tap water for this purpose, except you don't want your skincare product to work. So now I will add and mix this. As I'm adding water and mixing, guys, there's measurements for everything. Here I'm adding my water, and I'm adding about 235 grams of water into this formulation. First, let me mix, because this cup will not take that 200 and this I measured. Sorry, but I decide to use 20 grams to enable the powders to dispense very well before I mix with water. So it will have been without acid, if not that I needed to. I slowed down somehow. So however you leave it to fully hydrate, you can leave it for dissolve under 3 hours. So we'll leave this to fully dissolve. So I'll try adding the little more remaining water. That will make it 235. This container is damn too small. I'll add the remaining 1 liter, guys, before I'll pour it out. So you hydrate this way. Save this hyaluronic acid in a clean, sanitized container. From there, you can be taking it to make your formulations. If you keep your powder, you may lose your powder because it is very tiny. Except you have a place to keep them. If the labels goes out, you will not know which powder again, and you go and mistakenly pour it directly into your lotion and it will create lumps. So I usually hydrate mine and put into a clean container. From there, I'll be taking for all my formulations, guys, and that is what I've just done here. So I'll set this aside and allow it to fully hydrate. An emulsion blender, then that makes this easy. I don't want to blend this, guys. I want to leave it to naturally hydrate on its own. So I'll set it aside, let it be hydrating. So here is our hyaluronic acid, our hyaluronic acid. So we've left it for a 1 hour end. There are still little lumps there, but I need to add preservative to this, and that is 0% of 250. So I will go ahead and add preservative to this. Remember, our water quantity is not yet complete, but let's preserve it first. Then we'll transfer into container, wrist, use the remaining water to wrist, and add. So here is our Germall Plus. I've added this for a while. You just need little, 0.5, 1%, 0.3. That is just what you need for formulation. So this can still last me a long while. So let's go ahead and add and preserve our hyaluronic acid. Then I can now tell you the benefits. You need to be careful when you're adding. Sure, I'm likely using the cover of my preservative so I don't over add. So that is it. That is just what you need to preserve this. You need to add preservative since there is water in it, since you have now hydrated it, since you make it into a gel form. You need to add this, and this is what is called 2% hyaluronic acid solution. So my preservative is already in there. So you mix very well to combine. So as I mix, I'll tell you the benefits. So this hyaluronic acid is very nice for the skin. You can use this you can add this to your body lotion. You can add to your face lotion. You can use this to make serums. Yes, this is the base for most serums you see out there. Those vitamin C serums, they will add high molecular weights hyaluronic acid. Sometimes they also add in it lower molecular weight hyaluronic acid, because the lower one tends to penetrate very well into the skin, while the higher molecular weight hyaluronic acid, which is the one I'm dissolving now, gives a thick gel. The other one gives just little, it will be light. So mostly they combine the two of them. And this is also the base for most of the serums you see around, like your vitamin C serum, like your niacinamide serum, like your azelaic acid serums. They use this. They use this better off than using xanthan gum. Mostly they use xanthan gum soft, but most of us cannot lay our hand there. It is usually seen online, and maybe those of you in Lagos, but we don't have it around. So I'm using hyaluronic acid mostly to produce my vitamin C, niacinamide face serum. And also I add this for my body lotion as my face cream. This is so good because it deep hydrates the skin. This also helps to plump the skin, make the skin look plumpy. It improves skin texture. The texture of your skin is improved when you are using this. This helps to support skin barriers. So this helps to break the barriers in the skin and make it to penetrate in. It boosts healing. Those dark spots, those pimples, you want them to be healed. This helps to boost healing. It also enhances elasticity. This is also very soothing. It suits sensitivity. This also helps to improve absorption of other products. This helps to balance oily skin. This also gives a youthful glow. Men, the benefits is numerous, uncountable. So are you not using hyaluronic acid in your lotion? When I don't know about skincare, I will say, what is hyaluronic acid again? So I'm going to bottle this into my sterilized container and use the remaining water to quickly rinse. So this is sterilized, but I like it this thick so that you have to use just small quantity. You can make 1% solution, but this is 2% hyaluronic acid solution. This 2%. So just here is this in the container, but I will go ahead and complete the water that is supposed to be added. You know, this container was so small to contain the remaining water. So here is the water that should complete it. So you always make sure you use a container that will contain your product. So this is the end of our hyaluronic acid serum. So this is the end of our hyaluronic acid 2% solution. Beautiful, very, very beautiful, guys. So go ahead and make yours and save yourself some pain. This is going to further production for my serums, face serums, for my body lotions, face lotion. This is gonna work. I'll store it out and use it. Thank you so much for watching. Please endeavor to subscribe, like our video, and share to your family and friends. For more of this kind of content, keep hooked to this video. Thank you so much. God bless you and bye.